You know, I hear that people don't like my glasses. So I decided to hide my face. But then I thought, wait a minute, why do I have to hide my face? Why? Why? Let me tell you a secret. Never going to happen. Did you get that? Well, if it wasn't 12 a.m. and people in this rooming house didn't have to work, I'd scream this. Never going to happen. Do you hear me? Do you understand me? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Oh, okay. NEVERGOINHAPPEN. Did you get that? Good. Now that we have that manure taken care of, I am Dr. and Addict Kent. Very interesting. Yes, very interesting. Should I do the whole thing like this and talk like this? Or do you want me talking like a robot? I am Dr. Kent, Addict. Would you like me to talk like this? How boring is that? Gotta put a little zeal in it. Gotta put a little lift in it. Gotta put a little slunk in the sunk in the duck and out the monk. Right on. So, this is the 27th. Oh boy. Addicts don't like doing this. Choosing life. We would much sooner live in a world of pink and purple polka dotted elephants with rainbow colored clouds and, if you like them, Skittles falling down. I don't. Mine had Jolly Ranchers, so today I choose life. Change from self-destructive patterns of life becomes necessary. Oh, another word the addicts don't like. And they'll let it change. Stop being a baby. Put your big boy clothes on. Or girl clothes, sorry. Sorry, ladies, to exclude you. I was just mind bending, you know. See, I am 53, so I had a brain fart, so you have to excuse me, you know. So let's say that again. We addicts need to put our big adult pants on and start acting our ages. But it's okay to be that way when you first come into recovery, because We all started at an age, whatever that age is. And when we cross that bridge of normal using, never understood quite what that meant because I was all about more. So, never understood going and nursing your drug of choice all night. Never quite understood that. And I'm thinking, man, power back. See, I was used to lies. So when somebody told me this, if nothing changes, nothing changes, I wanted to slap the taste out of their mouth. I really did. How dare you tell me I have to change? What are you talking about I gotta change? Do you want to punch in the head? It's true. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you're on a merry-go-round, or you're on the mouse wheel, or you're anything in life, whatever you're doing, if you don't change, let me put this in a perspective that anybody can understand it. If you're in a situation or a job, and you constantly are doing the same thing and expecting a different result, really? Are you that brain numb? I mean, seriously, do you really think it's going to change because you will it to? Did you become God so-and-so? Probably not. But we think we are. We actually believe we are. We actually make ourselves believe this idiotic thinking. Right? Right. I triple double dog dare you to tell me I'm wrong. Because you know I'm right. So, choosing life. Active addiction is smoldering death wish. Oh man, is that a mouthful. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I said, Lord, get me out of this one. I promise, only within the next few hours or days or months. My longest stint before this was 6 months. I thought I had it covered. Each of us counted death every time we used. Our lives, too, put us at risk. The life of an addict is sold cheaply with every day and every dose. Think about that for a second. The life of an addict is sold cheaply with every day and every dose. Does that not ring a bell in your head? Then read it again, because it should. In recovery, the first pattern we change is the pattern of using. Staying clean is the start of a journey into life. Thus, basically talking about step one. Step one is we admitted we're powerless over our addiction and that our lives had become unmanageable. But our self-destructive behavior usually went far deeper than just our using. See, using is the outward manifestation of our issues in here. If you don't settle the issues in here, everything out here is going to be chaos. Because we make it that way. People don't want to be around us. People don't care to be around us. You know, when I walk down the street as an addict, people cross the road because they were scared of what I do. I was a nutcase. I was crazy as a bedbug, you know. But our self-will, even in recovery, we may still treat ourselves as if we are worthless. That took me probably about 3 years to get over. You know, I had the old tapes, oh, you're nothing, oh, you'll never amount to anything, you're no good, you're nothing but a stupid fool, you're an idiot, you're a mental case, you're a retard. Yeah, I got called all those names. And not just from strangers either. When we treat ourselves badly, we feel badly. And when we feel badly, we seek relief. Maybe even in our old situation, drugs. Thus, alas, relapse. You see, there's stages to a relapse. First, you start getting complacent in recovery. Then you start glamorizing your use. Then you start glorifying your use and saying stupid statements like, oh, it was so good. Oh, I remember when we had a great time. Seriously? I haven't used for a while. Seriously? I can remember my last drug use. And damn, I almost died. I was this close. No, I can't get it close enough. My fingers don't work. That close. I was a millisecond away from death. Millisecond. I was at the point that my body relieves itself, and by God's grace, He woke me up. I was able to go to the bathroom. Of course, I broke the shower curtain, pulled down the rod, and made a great big mess of the bathroom, and thinking, thought that I'd never wake anybody up. Yeah, seriously, really? Are you insane? It makes a noise when the shower curtain falls. It makes a noise when you crack up the toilet seat, smash your head off the toilet bowl, fell out into the toilet, into my own vomit. My vomit was in my hair. Seriously, really? I wasn't going to wake somebody up? How insane is that? Then, after I woke up my roommate, crawling back to the bathroom, he asked me, he said, what's wrong with you? I said, nothing. I'm crawling on the floor with my hands and knees, acting like a baby, in diapers still. There's nothing wrong with me? Really? Seriously? I was just fine. And fine stands for frigged up, insecure, neurotic, and emotional. So if you say fine, you're in trouble, man. Also, remember, HALT. Hungry, angry, lonely, tired. If you're any one of those, get to a meeting. There's 2 reasons to get to a meeting. 1 is you need it, and 2, you don't want to go. Choosing recovery means choosing life. We decide each day that we want to live and be free. Each time we avoid self-destructive behavior, we choose recovery. in a nutshell, my fellow addicts, if we choose to stay in our past, we choose to relapse. We've already chosen to relapse. If we're hanging out with old people, places, and things, yeah, it makes real good sense to hang out with your drug dealer. Yeah, he's my buddy. Really? The only thing he wants is your money. He don't care about you. Get it through your thick skull. You're anything like me, you got concrete up there, man. It took a long time to pound it in there. You know, 90 meetings in 90 days is what they say. And I'll tell you, that has saved my bupkis, my butt, so many times I lost count. You know, don't be afraid to ask for help. We were brought up with the mentality in my age group, it's not okay to ask for help. It's not okay to cry. It's not okay. It's not okay. Everything was not okay. So what the heck is okay? Takes a man to cry. Takes a woman to cry. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with asking for help. As a matter of fact, that's a smart thing to do. When you're sitting in a woe is me situation, or in other words, pity party, oh pity party me, oh so bad, so wrong, so my sponsee and I were talking about that today, how people sit in it and expect things to change. I'm gonna say this real slow. If nothing changes, nothing changes. You got to get off that wheel. Think about this as a baby. Did you get up and start running right away? Probably not. Some of us did, but I doubt most of us did. Most of us had to roll, then crawl, then climb, then walk, then run. Give yourself a break, for crying out loud. You know, and stop ridiculing people and making fun of people who's not where you are. So what? Who gives a rat's iota? Doesn't matter where they are. That's their program. Don't live it for them. Your program is your program. Their program is your program. Of course, if they're preaching something, or sorry, my minister coming out, I'm sorry. You know, if they're saying something about doing the steps and they've never done them, go dang right, call them on it. Seriously, you don't know what you're talking about. You're talking rhetoric. You're talking meaning. You're not talking reality. You see, as recovering addicts, we have to live in the real world. And you're doggone bloody right. If somebody's not doing a program properly and they're sitting there preaching, sorry, my minister coming out again. If they're sitting there spewing jargon at you and they're not doing it themselves, don't even waste your time listening to them. They're just some robot android or something, because they have no idea what recovery is about. Recovery is damn hard work. You know, logically, if you think about this for a second, really? You're shutting me off? This is important, what I'm going to say. Anybody can talk the walk. Anybody can. Anybody can spew the book. Anybody can quote the steps. Anybody can quote the traditions. If you're not walking it, I don't want anything to do with you. Don't tell me how good NA is and you're living a crap life. Don't tell me how good AA is and you're living miserable. That's not recovery. That's white knuckling it. That's from my day and age. Or you're faking it till you make it. Whatever you want to call it. I mean, that's not recovery at all. You know? You see, I've gone through a living hell in the past couple of months. It's been 6 months of sheer hell for me. Not once, not one blessed time did I even consider using. It's not an option because I know where it takes me. I'll be walking around with guns again and smashing people's heads with baseball bats or a board or a stick or whatever I can find, you know. I'll be going to bars and calling out the biggest, toughest, meanest hombre and taking him outside and smashing him. Oh, I may get beat, but I don't care. I'll come back to the bar with a baseball bat and I'll make sure I beat you. See, I was an insane, crazy, whacked out freak. You want to be around me. Today, I'm loving, caring, and understanding. You know? Just for today, I choose life by choosing recovery. I will take care of myself. It's important in recovery that we do what we naturally wouldn't do. So, I realize I got long-winded. I'm not going to apologize for that because this had to be said. You that listen to me, please subscribe to this channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000. And then we're going to have a whoop-de-doo party. I'm going to sit here and eat pop and chips with you. We're going to have a big hawura or hawua or a big smasher. You know? Please subscribe to the channel. It's down in the left-hand portion of your screen. Oh, over here. See where my finger's pointing? Yeah. Right there. See my finger? Look there. You'll see it. And the little bell next to it, you hit that and you'll get a notification every time I do a talk. May God bless and keep you. Mouse is freaking out again. It's freaking. Freakazoid. God bless.